Well, hey everybody, welcome back. We got a real windy day today and we're probably not supposed to be out in the forest, but we have things to do and things to see. We've got eggs to plant, and with a little bit of rain that we had, I'm sure that there's some fungi out there. So come for a walk with us, see what we can see. I really have come across a lot of these old dead, well done, Phaeolus schweinitzii. These Dyers polypore, like this guy's way done, but yeah, it's just bizarre. They obviously had a good year last year because I haven't been recording them, but I've been coming across them all over the place. There's another one there. Yeah, they get some orange and browns colors out of these guys, quite neat. Yeah, their pore surface is quite degraded right now, but when they come up, they're going to be, when they come up fresh, they're like beautiful colors, like they're more on the yellowy side and different concentric rings like they got, kind of like the turkey tail actually. But yeah, it was named after David de Schweinitzii, as far as I know, and I believe he's the mycologist that did the original collections of these guys. But yeah, they're just so wild. Sometimes I find them on the ground. Usually, I should say, I find them on the ground. The odd time I'll find them on a stump. Here's another one. Yeah, not very far away from the other one. A little bit smaller, but and this one's not quite faded as much as the other one, but still a little bit orange. Beautiful. You know, feather of a orange shaft northern flicker. It's one of our local woodpeckers. They also have a variant where the shaft is actually, instead of being orange or red, it's yellow. Yeah. Not a lot of them, but I've seen the odd one at my feeder. And here we are at my favorite little Coprinellus micaceus spot here. This is the Mica Caps, and they've just had a bit of a rain, so the mica's kind of washed off on them. I'm getting bitten by a branch here. Yeah, these are awesome. This is a second flush this year from this little spot. So it last fruited, what was it, about 2 months ago? A month and a half ago? Yeah. So it was just really awesome that this one just keeps coming up and keeps coming up. And this is an alder batch in here. We got the Alnus rubra, big bunch of them growing in here. And yeah, this is awesome. So one thing with harvesting these guys is you got to get them home pretty quick because they will start auto-digesting right away. So always be right ready to throw them in your skillet. Love these guys. These guys can also can be hyperaccumulators of copper, and that's also one of the things that a lot of the mushrooms can do, not just with copper, but I mean with some of the baddies like cesium and arsenic and lead and stuff like that, and mercury. So yeah, you must be careful. Must be careful. But these guys are in a really, really safe spot, and this is my property, so I know I'm good. But nice little fruiting of them, and there's a whole bunch of little buttons all through here too. So, and these guys are really full of flavor, but they do shrivel up quite a bit. As you can see, they're not very big. So a lot of people use them in soups and whatnot. My favorite for me is I like to have them in like an omelet. Or I will make them all crunchy and put them on top of a salad. It's kind of nice. So these guys don't have the coprin in them, so you can actually have alcohol with these guys. But you can't with, say, the Coprinus comatus, which is the shaggy mane, or the Coprinopsis atramentaria, which is just the alcohol inky cap, which has more of a gray kind of a cap to it, rather than this beigey brown. I'll come back and harvest some of these later on. Ooh, that is one big banana slug. I think he's longer than my hand. Big nasty beast. These guys love mushrooms, or at least a lot of them anyways. And they're going to be pretty fat soon when all the russulas come up because they just devour them like crazy. Not my favorite critter out in the bush, but they have their part. Here's a big old polypore. Here's our Foamy Criier. Yeah, just a big guy. Look at that. Spores. Oh, it's nice and soft. It's really been growing for a while, this one. Beautiful. I believe these guys were separated from the red-belted conch, the foamy tops, this Mountseae or Panicola. I think it was like late, like 2011 or something like that. I may be wrong, but it's just off the top of my head. But yeah, well, I think there's another one hiding down right here. Oh yeah, there is too. Wow, these guys are big. So here's something kind of funny. The little Dyer sees the ravens come down to the creek for a drink, and she goes and chases them off. Well, their fledglings are very talkative, and they're very choked, and they know all about her. So they see that she's here. He just flew up into a tree right above us. He's up here somewhere. This is a Corvus corax principalis, or northern raven. He did this to us the other day, but only he was like maybe 15 feet up in the tree and was just squawk, 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 squawk. But I, you know, talked real nice to him and talked him down. We're in the middle of this trail here. We got these little tiny guys. This one here, you can see that they chunk up pretty good. Now I believe that these guys are part of the Inosabi genus, with that absolute spermatic smell and the fiber head. These guys will have a brown spore print. They're not going to have a ring. They're called the fiber caps because, as you can see by this one, they look very fibrous, and they come off in chunks if you try to stress them. One thing at boat spring that I don't like, walking through tall grass with these spit bugs on just about every blade. It's so gross. And there's a little green bug inside that ball of spit. And if they get on you, they bite you, the little buggers. Yeah, they're nasty little things. And it's just pretty much just gross. Anyways. Hopefully the wind isn't affecting our audio today. It's pretty windy. A little tiny baby pine siskin here. Hi little fella, you okay? You just stunned? I won't hurt you. I'll just leave you alone. It's been really windy, so I don't know if he somehow got blown and knocked to the ground or hit a branch or hit a tree. Something stunned him. Well, here's something you definitely don't find every day. This is the Doggamous Poopitis mushroom, and many dogs that come through here leave these little mushrooms that get moldy. Yeah, very deceiving. Don't mistake these for a Lycoperdon puffball. So this is really wild. This is the orange honeysuckle. This is the Lonicera ciliosa, growing right next to the Lonicera hispidula. This is the pink honeysuckle. Now this one, the orange, has lots of flavor, lots of nectar and stuff in it. These guys have pretty much nothing. You can do the same thing with these guys and bite off the base there and try and get any nectar. There's not a lot. I think there's the hummingbirds get a little bit out of them, but yeah. But beautiful though, nice flush of them. Pretty cool, you don't see that every day. Oh, cool, and just real close right here beside it we have the actual wild blueberries, and look at how many blueberries are forming. This is the Vaccinium ovalifolium, the oval leaf blueberry. Oh yeah, nice. Oh, this thing is just loaded with them too. Look at that. Yay! They won't be long. And look at this, we got, looks like another slime mold of some type, and I think it's one of the dog vomits. It's quite gross. Very slimy and quite yellow. Yeah. I'm not totally up on the dog vomits or the slime molds, but yeah, these are just interesting. They've definitely piqued my interest this year, for sure, especially after that false Lycoperdon. That was really cool. Yeah, wild. Gross. Yeah, really gross. Well, look at this. Oh my. Okay, we've got, actually, quite the fruiting of, sorry, I'm trying to travel through those old downed branches, and look at this, we've got one Picipes badius, 2 Bicipes badius, 3 Bicipes badius. Crazy town. These beautiful guys. These are the Blackfooted Polyors. As you can see here, he's got a black foot and he's got a polyporous surface. Yeah, not edible. These guys are like eating leather, eating wood. Three in a row, same branch. Oh, these are the first berries to show their beautiful little faces. These are the Rubus spectabilis, the salmon berry. And as you can see, the birds have already been going crazy on them because they're delicious. And they, like I said, they're the first ones to come out. The next one I think is the thimbleberry, which is the Rubus parviflorus. And then I think the Himalayan, which is the Rubus armeniacus. And then it's the Rubus ursinus, the trailing blackberry. Their berries show up. And the cut leaves are the last ones to come out, the Rubus laciniatus. And those are actually, of all the blackberries, other than these ones, these are my favorite of all the Rubus. Of all the Rubus genus, these ones are my favorite, the salmon. My second most favorite is the cut leaf. Oh, and there's actually wild. Here's actually one of their leaves here. This is a cut leaf blackberry. Oh my God. It's just so amazing that it's actually climbing through here. Yeah, these guys are my second favorite berry for sure. But man, the birds got all the ripe ones. But even these that are not quite ripe, oh, they're still tasty. Yeah, you know that they're ripe when you can actually get this little base off them when you pull them off. But these ones were not, as you can see. They normally pull that little chunk of pith out of the middle there. Doesn't matter. I don't mind the little tiny bit of sour. They're yummy. Oh yeah. They've just got so much flavor. And the neat thing about these berries too is they'll be, some of them will be orange, some of them will be red, some of them will be half and half. They'll be mottled, and oh, so yummy. So I came across these guys earlier today, and it was just right at the beginning, and we're only about 300 yards as a crow flies from my house, so I was able to take one of the caps home and do a spore print. And hey, it came up pink, and no surprise there, because I'm just going to get down here. Whoa. Because look at these really pink gills. Just crazy town. And yeah, so they drop a pink spore print, but not a crazy spore print like the Pluteus, the Pluteus cervinus group. They drop a ton of spores, which I showed on one of our videos earlier. These guys are growing in the ground, and they've got these mycelial mass at the base, like a basal mycelium mass, and fairly sturdy stipe on them. And the gills are attached, as you can see here. So these are too big to be like a Nolania, and they're too big to be a Leptonia. But I'm kind of thinking that this is an Entoloma, but trying to get it down to an actual species is very difficult. There is a group called Rhodopalium that was found in Eurasia, and they say that the North American ones there are different variants, but they're not the same. So, you know, you're going to have to get down to DNA and microscopic features on these guys. But yeah, these, I believe this is one of the wood pink gills, but I'm not positive. And by the way, it has a very farinaceous smell when you break the flesh. And I did a trail side taste test on it, and it has the exact same flavor. So if that is what these guys are, these are very poisonous. They have a muscarine in them. As a matter of fact, it has been mistaken many times actually in Japan for an edible Entoloma, and there's been a lot of poisonings over there from it. Yeah. So those are my thoughts on this one, but if you have any ideas on how to narrow it down a little bit further, please let us know in the comments. But I'm pretty sure that it's one of the wood pink gills, the Entoloma Rhodopalium group. So, and there's several in that group, and probably going to be growing. But very cool find out here in our beautiful woods. And we're actually in a nice little gully right now where the wind's not attacking us so badly, because it was getting crazy out there. So, yeah. All right, everybody. We had to cut her where we did because it was getting a little too dangerous out in the forest there. We're out in the middle of a field now, so we should be fairly safe, as long as no crazy beavers are coming out to bite me on the ankles. Anyways, if you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the like and subscribe button, and thank you so very much for watching. Take care, everybody.